The official start to the 2025 offseason is now here. This is Washington Commanders offseason phase one. Let's talk about it. What it do? What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our Washington Commanders. The 2024-25 season came to a nightmarish conclusion last night as our divisional rival Philadelphia Eagles absolutely assassinated the Kansas City Chiefs in front of the whole world, 40-22. But it was a lot worse than that if you actually watch the game. And Washington and every other team in the league has a tall task of building to beat this Philadelphia team. And I want to start the conversation today discussing all 28 impending free agents on our roster at the moment. Who do we bring back? Who do we let walk? And who are going to be the toughest conversations we have to have? We obviously cannot keep everybody, but Flu been whooping my ass a little bit. I ain't have a voice for a couple days. I would have been on here sounding crazy as shit. So let's get back to it. How y'all doing? Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. I already put up my congratulations video to those guys. I don't want to do too much of that on here. Party it up. Talk your shit all off season. Y'all got it right now, fam. Y'all got it. Hurts got it. Y'all got it. Don't shoot. Don't shoot, man. But let's get it in. Let's get active. Let's go. Let's see what y'all talk about in the chat right now. We're going to work our way down this whole list. We're going to talk about all 28 of Washington's impending free agent. I'm going to go in order as I see it on this site that's in front of me right now, and we're going to get active, man. I know Jahan Dotson's out here getting, oh my God, Dotson getting active. Boy, they cooked them boys in every way possible. They treated a dynasty like a farm team. A dynasty like a fucking farm team. I hate to see it, man. Yes, sir, Jared. Yeah, I enjoyed that shit. But let's get right to it, man. 28 impending free agents. We got to build this roster up. Before we know what kind of money we're actually spending with when it comes to going shopping for new players and all of that, we got to deal with the players on this roster. Player number one, let me know in the chat. Are you signing him? Are you letting him walk? Or are we doing our best to bring him back on a home deal? Tight end John Bates is the first person on the list. Are y'all letting John Bates walk? Y'all bringing John Bates back? Or do you not even really care what we do with this fella? We're going to go down a whole list of 28, and we're going to see what we come up with as a collective, man. We're going to come up with a collective. I'm out on John Bates. I like what John Bates does. I would love to have him back. I think we drafted Ben Sinnott high enough that Ben Sinnott can do what John Bates does. Ben Sinnott can be a blocking tight end and in emergency situations catch the ball. I'm letting Ben Sinnott take on the John Bates role, and I'm bringing in another tight end 3 that can catch the ball and shit, because another person on this list is somebody I want brought back to this room. I see it as a little overkill if we bring back both guys. So I'm picking between the two. John Bates, we appreciate your service. You and your family are cool peoples and one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. Ben Sinnott's going to have to be able to do your role. If my second round tight end can't at least be John Bates, we have very, very, very big issues here. And that is a big ass head scratch on Adam Peters' side. So let him walk. John who? John Bates, deuces for me. Deuces for me. If at minimum we can get John Bates roll out of Ben Sinnott, cool. I'm letting him walk. I'm letting him walk, y'all. Oh, he's a very good blocker. But Ben Sinnott can block too. And I think it's overkill to bring back Bates, Ertz, and Sinnott. Sinnott's a second round pick. He's going to be here. Ertz is probably bringing his ass back. I don't see we need to add another dynamic in the tight end room. So somebody got to go. And my opinion, it's going to be John Bates. So free agent number 1 on this list, I'm letting him go. I'm letting him leave. I'm letting him walk. Let's see. Ben Sinnott, I need to see something out of you in year 2 because we need to see these young players develop. Year 2, we need to see Ben Sinnott. We need to see more Luke McCaffrey. We need to see Dominique Hampton on a football field, not in street clothes. We need to see Jordan McGee on a football field, not just in special teams, but on the defensive side of the ball. We need to get some more out of our draft picks, bro. We need to see some development. Free agent number 2. Free agent number 2 on my list of let him walk, sign him, or I'm not sure. Michael Dieter. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, y'all. Walk, 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 pivot, walk, walk. Yeah, Michael Dieter, thank you for your service, man. Also, seems like a nice guy. Seems like a very nice guy. Deuces. We're throwing up the deuces. I will sign, draft, undrafted free agent. There are Michael Dieters on the street, y'all. There are other Michael Dieters on the street. I promise you. I think we should almost unanimously be in the same accord when it comes to Michael Dieter, my man. The Eagles just told the league to step your game, and they did. And as much as we want to hate on it, like we got to take whatever they throw at us, bro. We got to stick our chin out and take it on the chin right now because them boys did it. And they did it in a major way. They put 55 on us in the NFC Championship and put up 40 on the Chiefs where they could have put more. And that game looked a lot different than the score actually told it. So, Michael Dieter can walk. Special teams demon. Special teams demon. Nick Bellore. Bring him back. Bring him back. That's it. Him and Jeremy Reeves, they get active on the free agent side of the ball. They get active, and Nick Bellore plays with his hair on fire. He's going to cost pennies to the dollar. He's not going to cost anything, and he was brought in specifically from our special teams coach. So bring his ass back. Come on back, Nick Bellore. And this is when it starts to get interesting. Let's talk about the Browns. Let's talk. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not going to spend 5 to 7 minutes on a special teams ace. But go ahead, come back, man. Special teams demon. Special teams matters. You know? That shit definitely matters. And I see that 57 jersey speeding down the field every time the ball's kicked off or punted, man. Come on with it, man. He's a dog. Here's where it gets fun. Wide receiver, Noah Brown. Let me know what y'all think, because a lot of people may not like what I have to say on this. I loved what Noah Brown brought to this team this year. I think in a pinch where we had nothing to offer at the wide receiver position, he did his job, but I think Noah Brown is a limited receiver. I think I'm going to let him walk and say thank you for your services. Noah Brown, you gifted me and many fans the best play we've ever seen in the history of our lives as a Washington fan. The Hail Noah, Noah's Ark, the Hail Maryland. My favorite play ever and winner at NFL honors for best moment of the season. Imagine that. We live in a world where Washington won best moment of the season. Where they do that at? I don't know what that feels like, but Noah Brown, I appreciate what you brought to this team. I think you will make a very high-end wide receiver 3 for some teams, and you will get work. You will always get work. The problem with Noah Brown is that everywhere he goes, he comes attached to the injury report, and I don't think that's going to stop. So I'm letting Noah Brown walk. No discussions to have about it. Just let him go. Let him go. Let him test free agency. Let him find his next temporary forever home, because everywhere that he goes is an injury is attached to it. And we need to get healthy players in here, man. We need to get healthy, younger players that offer a skill set. Like, I can look past some of the injury stuff if they offer a specific skill set, but I think Noah Brown is a bit limited as a wide receiver. But this is where the conversation gets fun. De'Ami Brown. My boy Jalen used to call him Mr. De'Ami, just be out there running around. De'Ami Brown, who in his fourth year had career highs in receiving yards, 300 yards, but it wasn't what he did in the regular season. It was what he did in Washington's postseason run. Washington does not get to the NFC Championship without the ascension of De'Ami Brown, who was looking like a co-number one next to Terry. I think he came back to life a little bit in the reality in the NFC Championship game versus the Eagles. But De'Ami Brown is probably the most interesting conversation we're going to have this year in free agency. Easy. What up, Zach? What up, my brother? What up, my brother? My group chat gang. We in the chat morning right now. We hate that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. We're talking very reckless and sad on some sad boy shit in the chat right now. What are you doing with De'Ami Brown, guys? Are y'all letting De'Ami walk or y'all signing him? I think we signed De'Ami Brown, y'all. I think he tests free agency, and I think he's going to realize that market is not as robust as his premonitions tell him. And I think he'll be coming back to Washington on some friendly ass 2-year, $10 million deal or something. To 2-year 9, 2-year, $10 million deal, $4.5, $5 million a year. I think we get it done. I think we're signing De'Ami Brown, y'all. I don't think it's going to be some we get it done before the season type shit. I think he's going to go test the waters. I think he thinks that there's going to be a market for him. Still a young receiver. Has some size to him. A little bit of versatility. Only receiver that we have that can run a screen pass. Vertical threat. Take the top off sometimes. We've never really got consistency out of the guy. But I think you saw enough this season that in year 2 of Jaden, with upgrades at a bunch of positions and hopefully an upgrade at receivers so that guys like Noah Brown and De'Ami Brown and Luke McCaffrey don't have to try to experiment playing number 2, you can see a better De'Ami Brown. So I think De'Ami Brown, correct. I think you let him test the waters. He's going to come back begging us for money. I think that's where I stand on the matter as we sit here on February 10th. Obviously, things change. Things change if we go out and make a big move for a wide receiver. I personally think I would like that. I don't think we're going to go make a – I don't know. I could be wrong. These motherfuckers could go trade for Deebo Samuel or Cooper Kupp, which I would advise against, but they are upgrades. So when I say I'd advise against, I'm not saying these dudes are terrible. Like Cooper Kupp is a washed version of himself, but even as a washed version of himself, he's an upgrade based on what I've seen here. Deebo Samuel was out of shape and looked washed last year, but he still got some youth in him. But I would advise not to go get guys like that, but there's a chance we're in the market for it. You know, there are rumblings going on that Washington is in the mix for one of those or both of those guys. So I'm signing De'Ami Brown, guys. I'm signing De'Ami Brown. I'm going to free him because, you know, when you love something, sometimes you got to set it free. I'm going to free De'Ami Brown. Go test the market. You know, it's like telling your girl, you know what I'm saying? Go see what's out there. You know, you said everybody's in your DMs, your market so well. Go see what's out there. Go find greener pastures, my love. And then welcome them right back on in when they found out them options was not optioning like they thought so. I think we signed De'Ami Brown, guys. I think we signed De'Ami Brown. Bring him back. Bring him back. Yeah, I'm cool on both of those guys. I'm cool on both of them. I'm not going to sit here and say they're both awful receivers, but I am cool on both guys. Cool on that. I would rather take a rookie or a second-rate receiver on the market for the low than one of those guys. Like on God, it probably sounds crazy to some. Give me Darius Slayton over that. Give me Darius Slayton for the low over that. I'm cool, bro. I think we're just infatuated with names with some people. There's a difference between trading assets for a person like Myles Garrett and going to get old Cooper Kupp and out of shape Deebo Samuel. I'd take him if it was cheap. because we need a Swiss Army knife guy. That's something we missed in this offense this year. I think we tried to make fetch happen with a couple guys that don't necessarily fit that role, but we could use someone that we can line up all over the offense. So I understand the dynamic and what Debo brings. It's just I'm cool, man. I need me some speed. I need me some healthy speed and in shape receivers over this motherfucker. Tutu Atwell, I can see it. I can see it. What up, DB? What up, DB? How you doing on this Monday afternoon, man? How you doing? Still out here recovering. That flu B is going crazy in these school streets right now. And if you got kids, you sick too. One kid goes to school sick, everyone's fucked. So that's what's been going on with me. I had no voice. I had no voice for the last few days, man. I had no voice. Had to push some things back. But here we are at the official start of the 2025 offseason. We are currently doing phase one. Washington's unrestricted free agent. I said Michael Dieter and John Bates can walk so far. Nick Bellore, special teams demon, can stay. Noah Brown can walk, and I think De'Ami Brown can come back on a very friendly deal because there is not a lot of production you could bring to the negotiation table to plead for a big contract because there's been a lot more unreliability than consistency during his tenure here in D.C. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm bringing De'Ami Brown back. Very easy one coming up next. Jeremy Chin. Easy. While I think we need to add to the safety room, maybe a young boy that can play center fielder, sideline to sideline, pure free safety type guy. Jeremy Chin is probably the easiest name on this list to say, absolutely. Get him back on a 3-year deal. Still young as hell, electric this year, one of the better players on our entire defense. Jeremy Chin is a very easy re-sign. What say you guys? Easy for me. Easy. Get his extension done in the coming weeks, bro. Have his deal done before we get to the combine. We don't even need to play games with that. Jeremy Chin's one of those guys. What I would like is that we signed a pure ass free safety or draft one, and we can just let Jeremy Chin free roam and create havoc along the line. We need anything we can to help with this sorry ass run defense. Easy re-sign for Jeremy Chin. You know, baller, absolute baller. There were weeks where he literally was taking over the game. Is he the greatest in coverage? No, I don't think we need him to be the greatest in coverage. If Quan is solid and we need a legit rangy free safety thrown in that mix, I'm telling you the things we could do with Jeremy Chin if we could get a free safety in that thing, man. Javon Holland, just know if you go get a Javon Holland, be ready to pay that money. Be ready to pay that Munya. He's going to get paid by somebody this offseason, man. Jeremy Chin, one of the easiest re-signs on the roster. Wide receiver Jamison Crowder. What up, Jeff? Wide receiver Jamison Crowder. Walk, because I think he's one of those guys that you could complete your whole offseason, and by the time we get to training camp, if we need another receiving body in that room, come on back, Jamison. I don't think we need to prioritize guys like Jamison. I like Jamison Crowder. He offers versatility. He's a great fill-out-the-room guy with experience. Shit, he's better than some of the bottom-of-the-room guys we have on the roster. But Crowder can walk, and Crowder will probably be out there if we need him. Like players like Jamison Crowder, they are NFL life rafts. They're life rafts. They're just, hey, it was real. We will call you if we need you. If somebody gets hurt, if we need to fill out the room, or in case this room ain't coming together like we thought it was going to. What up, big head? What up, big head? What you doing right now, man? Hey, man, come back to Ashburn, man. We still got room for you. We still got room on you. We still got room for you. But it's just one of those guys that you let him walk and you test the market. I see y'all saying Kavontae Turpin in the chat. He's a restricted free agent, meaning Dallas will have the opportunity to match whatever offers that he gets when he fills free agency meetings, but I would love to have a Kevontae Turpin. That's the type of player I would want in that Deebo Samuels type role. But Dallas not letting him go. He's like the most electric player on that. He's like the only electric player on that Dallas roster. And I know what CD Lamb is. I wouldn't define him as electric. He's a dog. He's a superstar. But I don't see Dallas letting Turpin test those waters. But with a guy like Jamison Crowder, just to reel this one in before we move on to the next name on the list, Jamison Crowders are available all the time. So, hey, keep your phone on you. Keep your pager beeping. We'll holler if we need you, big head. Let them walk. Let them walk. Let them walk. Let them walk. Shit, I would love for Dallas to let Kevontae Turpin. They're not going to let a team in the NFC East sign him to a restricted contract. They would match that shit in a heartbeat. They would match it, man. You know? Do I think something was wrong with Pat yesterday? He looked a little pale when he got on the field. Nah, what was wrong with him was Vic Fangio got the Eagles moving like the 85 Bears. He just got out-schemed, outclassed, and out-executed by a terrific Eagles team, man. We could call it what they beat the shit out of them, boy. That was a team going for a three-peat. They made them look like the DC Defenders out there, man. All props to Vic Fangio, Nick Sirianni, and the Philadelphia Eagles. What up, Almighty? What up, man? What's the current status, bro? You team Cam Ward, you team Shedeur Sanders. I see Giants fans talking themselves into Jackson Dart. Giants fans, I want to give y'all advice. I've seen my team do this so many times. When you got to talk yourself into a dude, he's not the one. Think about it like real life. If you got to talk yourself into dating somebody, it's probably a bad idea. Do not talk yourself into Bamas like Jackson Dart. Don't do it. It's not going to end well for you. It's not gonna end well for you, man. Would rather just get a later round rookie receiver. Yeah, Jamison Crowder, appreciate your service. I feel like these next two are gonna be very, very easy. I'm gonna group them together. We're gonna put them together as a group because I imagine there's gonna be some consensus on these next two. What say you guys, Washington Nation? Benjamin St-Juste and Michael Davis, the twosome, the dynamic duo at cornerback, Benjamin St-Juste and Michael Davis, because I know it's a no for me, big dog. Both of them. Both. B-O-A-F. Both. B-O-F-F-U-M. Both of them. Both of them. Do you think the Chiefs let the Eagles? Well, no, the Chiefs didn't let. No, there's no conspiracy to it. They got the shit kicked out of them. No conspiracies, no extra. Maybe this person was this, that. But no, they got outclassed by a much better football team. Period. Big boo. Anybody want to bring back Michael Davis or Benjamin St-Juste? Step to the podium and explain yourself. Michael Davis has some of the worst cornerback technique I've ever seen in the history of watching my favorite football team. What the hell even was this technique, man? What even was that, man? I don't know what that shit was that boy was doing, but it was bad. It was all bad. I hate it, bro. They can both go. Benjamin St-Juste, I'm going to keep it objective. There were times here where he was the best corner on the roster. There were times here where he was actually solid. I think rightfully, as a number 2 corner, he has and had potential to be an all right football player and at least a starter in this league. But the more we had to actually count on this guy and depend on him, he failed every time. Every time. And it was nasty. It was nasty. That is the king of the pass interference. One day in Canton, they're going to put a 25 jersey out there that says best pass interference corner in the history of the league. Yikes, man. Yikes. Benjamin St. Booty Juice. Benjamin St. Booty Juice and Michael Davis. Throw the deuces up. Keep it pushing. I'm cool. I'm cool on both, y'all. I'm cool on both. Hey, I knew the writing was on the wall when what was Buddy's name from the Miami Dolphins that cut him up in the preseason? Oh, River Craycraft. River Craycraft. I don't know what a River Craycraft is. It sounds like some obscure arts and crafts store up Occoquan River. Like River Craycraft? River Craycraft. Never heard of this person in my entire life. That boy gave Benjamin St. Juice work. I was like, oh, it's going to be a long season. So I'm letting both cornerbacks walk. Michael Davis shouldn't be in the NFL. Michael Davis needs to be wearing DC Defender red and white if we're calling a spade a spade. I'm letting both guys get the fuck up out of here, which moves me to our next cornerback position. The guy with the hardest name on the team to pronounce, who actually was solid for us this year, Noah Igbenogany. You know, when you say his name, the easiest way to do it, think of the word mahogany. And after you throw the ig out there, mahogany, it sounds the same. Noah Igbenogany, very solid in the slot for us this year. Y'all keeping him or y'all letting him walk? He actually, there's a lot of metrics that say he was a pretty solid slot corner for us this year. And it's not going to cost much to bring Noah Igbenogany back. Here's the thing. If we bring him back, I think he's a backup. I think Mikey is going to swing back inside to be an inside corner like we intended him to be, and we're going to bring in some type of solution on the outside opposite Lattimore. And we need to see if Lattimore, after getting a full offseason with the guys, if he's a legitimate option on one side. But I think we bring in a guy. It may not necessarily be Mooney Ward or DJ Reed, but I think we bring in another starting outside corner. Whether it be a free agency trade or the draft, I think we bring in another outside corner. I think Mikey kicks inside, so Noah would be the backup slot. I'm going to do with Noah like I did with De'Ami Brown. Go test the market. Go see what you can get out there. Go see if you can get a couple bucks on the open market. Do your thing, shawty. But after we put pieces in place and we go out there and sign some guys, we're going to have the option. Do we need Noah Igbenogany back? I would like to have a guy like that to close out the room, but I'm not making it a priority. I'm not making it a priority to bring back Noah Igbenogany. So I'm going to say no and yes. That's a stupid, lazy answer. Bear with me. I'm going to say no and yes because I just don't see the reason to go out and prioritize guys like this. But I also think he'll be available. I think he'll probably be available. Honestly, hey, I'm not going to hold you. I need him not signed just so if we bring in a baller, they get to wear number one. Number politics matter to me. I'm a fucking simpleton, bro. Numbers always mattered to me growing up playing sports. I can't have Noah Igbenogany wearing number one. I think he could even be better if he's in a regular cornerback number. We can't be having non-impact players rocking number one for this team. So I'm letting Noah walk, and we can let the market speak to us after we make priority moves in free agency. I'm not going to lose a single night of sleep if we don't bring him in. But to round out the room, I'd be cool with Noah Igbenogany being brought back. I think we're going to sign him. I'm talking about what I would do, but I think that they're going to re-sign him for a very low contract. I'm letting him walk, though. I'm letting Noah Igbenogany walk. And I fuck that we need Rita Ward. I can see Charvarius Ward being the signing. And I don't think it's going to be as crazy price either, you know. Mooney Ward went through so much, man. He lost a baby. Him and his wife lost a baby. He's looking to start over somewhere. The Adam Peters connection. It's a very easy linear path that you could point from San Francisco to DC to bring Mooney Ward here. We're going to see. We're going to see. That's the 49er I'm interested in. I'm cool on Debo. Go bring me Mooney Ward, though. Go bring me Mooney Ward in a heartbeat. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Lattimore hasn't played a full season since his rookie deal was up. This is true. This is true. We're going to have to see what that health looked like. We're going to have to see what it looked like after a full off season. But I'm letting Noah Iggy walk. Here we go. Fun one. Defensive tackle, Sheldon Day. Big bad built ass Sheldon Day. What a hustler. What a hustler. I think there were a lot of times this season where easily Sheldon Day had the best energy on our defensive line, despite 2 first-round top 20 picks that we've paid money, despite a second-round pick named Jerzon Johnny Newton being the names, the notables, the name brands on that line. Sheldon Day plays with more energy than all of them. All of them. He plays with more ferocity. That boy playing like the rent due. The rent probably literally is due, and you can see it on the field. There's no reason this big sloppy ass is that fast and moving around out there, man. We gotta figure something. We gotta figure something out with our defensive tackle rotation. It's not gonna cost you anything to keep Sheldon Day around. So bring him back on a non-guaranteed 1-year deal to help push guys in front of him, to help compete to get on a final roster spot, etc. Bring him back. It's not going to cost you anything. It's going to cost you a penny. It's going to cost you 2 pennies. Bring him back. That ain't no money. Ain't no thing to it. Ain't no thing to it. Sheldon Day could come back, man. Sheldon Day could come back, man. Congratulations to your Eagles. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles fan base, team, etc. Y'all did y'all motherfucking thing, and I can't even hate on it, man. Mahomes looked like howl out that bitch yesterday. Oh, God. Sheldon Day is one of those things where saying he's staying or leaving really doesn't matter, because he's one of those fringe roster camp bodies that's going to come out here at camp, and if somebody needs to be replaced, you know, he's there, or he could be on the practice squad whatsoever. But there's not really much that we need to talk about with Sheldon Day. Same with Jeff Driscoll. Deuces. I'm pretty sure Sam Hartman can do, if he's healthy, what Jeff Driscoll does, which is be the third emergency quarterback for this football team. I think they would like Sam Hartman to be the eventual backup to Jaden Daniels and keep that thing going, and to have very little assets going out to quarterbacks that aren't Jaden. Jeff Driscoll, don't even need to have a conversation about it. Here's a fun one. Clelin Ferrell. I felt like he was on the injury report all 20 weeks of the season. I felt like after week 1, Clelin Ferrell's name never left the injury report for the entire fucking season. I'm going to go ahead and chuck the deuces up. Also would like to see an impact player wearing number 99. That just looks like an impact player number right now. I'm going to go ahead and chuck the deuces up for Ferrell. I know he's from VA or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and let him walk. It's a no for me. It's a no for me, big dog. Sam and JD got the aura duo. I love it. I love the aura duo. And we'll get to our backup quarterback in just a second. But, yeah, Clelin Ferrell can rock, man. Clelin Ferrell can rock. He had a couple sacks early on in the season, and then we never really heard much from him other than, is he going to play this week? You know, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Big Country blocked you for saying that about Clelin Ferrell. That sounds a little sensitive, but it's okay. You know, we need Rodgers as a backup. Who, Aaron? Hey, I don't want any of his hippie shit brought to my franchise, and I love Aaron Rodgers. This is one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. That boy needs to retire. Clelin Ferrell can rock. Safety, Derek Forrest. Deuces. I think the coaches let you know all season what they feel about Derek Forrest, which is special teams player, nothing more. They had no interest in bringing Buddy on the field to play safety. So What options do we have at O-line? We're going to get to them. We're going to get to them. Right now, what we're doing is we're deciding who we're keeping, who's leaving, and what interesting conversations we need to have within Washington's 28 impending unrestricted free agents currently on the roster. So that's what we're getting to right now. We're going to get to free agencies, trade options, drafts, all that good shit. I promise you. We're going to get to that later. But right now, today, since I pushed this stream back 1,000 times, today is about who are we going to bring back? Who are we going to let walk? We're just having like a nice little fan forum. This is phase 1 of the off season. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good shit. We're about halfway through this list of 1,000 free agents. Washington is either going to keep, re-sign, all of that good stuff. What up, Pedro? Appreciate you for the $199. I think Terry will be our smallest receiver next year. So you think we're just going big body hunting? We're going to bring in a bunch of like Jaden Higgins, T. Higgins, or we're going to bring in a bunch of big bodies? I think that's a bold statement to make, but we shall see. I don't want guys that are big just to be big. Like, I think a lot of fans just want big receivers. Like, but I don't want guys that are big just to be big. I want guys that are big and play big and are playmakers, big and get separation, big and do things with the ball in their hand. I don't want a 6'4" receiver just so I can say, look, guys, we have a 6'4" receiver. And I think there's a lot of that goes on. A lot of big body receivers that play like they 5'9" in this league. But Defo, that's a pass for me. That's a pass for me, guys. Hey, no hate whatsoever. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's a no for me, but when you see that how good Chase can play the run, I get why you say that. I'm cool on bringing Chase Young back. I'm not trying to do that. But him and Montez could play the shit out the run. So as bad as we struggle defending the run and containing an edge and all that, I can see it. But I'm cool on Chase Young, man. Let him go back to NOLA for sure. We need Hassan Reddick. Need is aggressive. I don't know. Gardner over Moss. Pryor, be careful. Be careful. Big to be big is not it, bro. Big just to be a big receiver. That's it's not enough. It's not enough. What would you think about bringing in Azeez Ojulari if he can stay healthy? I actually like Azeez Ojulari. Key emphasis here, if he can stay healthy. I think he's solid, and I don't think he's going to be expensive. You know? Correct, Paul. Not all big receivers have the number 1 or number 2 skill set. I just want ballers, man. I don't care what the height on them is. I need demons, bro. I need my quarterback a demon, bro. I need demons. I need playmakers. I need guys that go get it, make plays with the ball in their hand. I need guys that can find pay dirt. I'm sick of all Jaden's touchdowns having to be thrown into the end zone. I need some guys who can get there. I'm sick of seeing guys on other teams take screens to the crib, take slants to the crib, that type of thing. We don't do that much here. Correct. A bunch of Chase Claypools, a bunch of big receivers that look cool, a bunch of Madden-ass receivers, man. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to reunite Chase Young with U Street. I don't need U Street legend Chase Young back here on U Street. Let him party it up in the French Quarter, man. Only receiver I'm interested in, if possible, is Chris Godwin. Other than that, we could get a decent receiver in the draft. I wouldn't hate the Chris Godwin signing. Coming off a knee injury, you're going to probably get him less than what you would get him coming fully healthy into the offseason, but we shall see. The Bengals got a decision to make because Henderson is still under contract for another year, but they could look to trade him because they got to pay Jamar Chase. They're going to try to pay Chase and Higgins. So they got some decisions to make. Joe Burrow is at the podiums politicking for his guys, all that good stuff. Playmakers, period. Fuck a height. Playmakers. T. Higgins and Luther Burden with the first pick. That would be a very fine wide receiver room. That would be fun as hell. Luther Burden. I don't think so either, but you never know how the draft plays out, man. Hey, congratulations, champion. Y'all got it, fam. Playmakers want it here. We need that ring, not NFL honors. Yeah, I mean, I'm NFL honors was fun though. It was cool seeing our quarterback be part of the center of attention, to be a star, politicking and working the whole radio row all week. It seems like the league is positioning and preparing for him to be one of the faces of the league. That shit's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to watch NFL honors and your team's actually a part of the goddamn conversation. So Rio knows about the Chase Young special. Yeah, man. I know U Street got his jersey in the rafters, but I'm not trying to bring that back down here. In my opinion, we go for T, Wilson, or Cup in that order. I don't care for the divas like Tariq, DK, or Debo. I don't mind a diva in the locker room because I think we got a coaching staff, a front office, and players that culture is not going to get changed if we bring one of them here. And I think they could get these guys to act in line. I just want ballers, bro. I just want playmakers. I need playmakers, man. Hell yeah. I need playmakers, bro. Pedro. John Allen will be gone too. Sorry, guys. Oh, once we finish these 28 free agencies, we're going to have the John Allen, Deron Payne conversation. Don't you worry. We're going to have that once we get to the end of this. We can move. Oh, yeah, just to let y'all know, just because we picked 29th, we can move up, we can move back, we can do a little bit of the above. We can do anything. When you're in those positions, good teams have the flexibility to do whatever the fuck they want to. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Next name on the list, Dante Fowler Jr. That's a keeper for me. That's a keeper for me. My opinion could probably change if we were to acquire a Myles Garrett or a Max Crosby or a certified baller on the outside. But Dante Fowler Jr., that's an easy keeper for me. He seems like a guy that's just tied to Dan Quinn for his career. He seems like wherever Dan Quinn goes, I'm there. And it's not going to be as expensive as people think, even though he got 10.5 sacks this year. Dante Fowler Jr. was probably the best bang for your buck football player in the entire NFL this year. 10.5 sacks as pretty much a situational rusher for a good part of the season. Baller. Bring him back. Bring him back. Doesn't play the run well. And there are moments where he disappears in games, but that's the best bang for your buck. That's not expensive. Bring his ass back. Dante Fowler Jr., easy. 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 Big, very big liability in the run game. He be making business decisions. He don't be trying to tackle. Big business decision, boy. Easy bring back candidate for me. Dante Fowler Jr., welcome back. That's Dan Quinn's guy. That's his homie right there. Fowler is worth it for backup if we get better, but he is worth keeping. He can't get the bag, but we can pay him something for. Yeah, we can get him a nice team-friendly deal over the next couple years. He likes it here. People like it. We have a good culture here. We're a destination. Why wouldn't guys want to come back? You know? You know what would be best for Fowler? We upgrade on the edge, and he comes back as strictly a pass rush professional, a situational pass rusher. You're only out there on passing downs. Go get the quarterback. We don't want to have to depend on guys like Fowler in the run game. So my ideal situation for Fowler would be we upgrade in some way, whether that be the draft and free agency, trades. We upgrade and keep him as a situational pass rusher. But that'd be cool. I see a lot of people saying Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, like 33. He's still solid, especially in the run game. And he still get to a quarterback. But Khalil Mack I would need Khalil Mack to take a very cheap deal. I'm not paying 34-year-old Khalil Mack. But if he wants to say, hey, y'all might be contending for something over there. I play in the division of death. You know, y'all might be doing something over there for the low. I'll come play with you. I'm not paying Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is good, but how much money are we trying to pay for a 34-year-old player? Like, I see people not willing to have a conversation about 29-year-old Myles Garrett, who's still possibly the best defensive player in the NFL, but want to pay good coin to 34-year-old Khalil Mack. I like Khalil Mack, but if he's cheap, sure. If he's not, I'm cool. I'm cool on that, man. Josh Sweat has made himself so much money during this postseason run. Josh Sweat, a guy that developed a little slower than most, he's going crazy, bro. Josh Sweat had an argument to be the Super Bowl MVP last night. What world are we in? Josh Sweat was looking like Von Miller back in 2015 versus Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. What a fucking year for Josh Sweat. Somebody's going to give that boy the bag in the offseason. Somebody's going to give that boy a back. Well, Mac is not a backup. He's still very much a starter and a damn good one. But I don't know if I'm giving the bag to a mid-30s guy at this point. But no. Khalil Mack's still nice, though. Khalil Mack is definitely still nice. Garrett and Sweat, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot you're allocating to the edge because you're going to have to give Sweat a bag. You're going to have to touch up Myles Garrett contract probably. And Dorrance Armstrong already makes $15 million a year. I would have to check what them guarantees are talking about. Milton Williams also a ball. No, the Eagles are loaded, bro. The Eagles are loaded. We all going to be depressed as shit. I'm fucking swan diving off the balcony when Myles Garrett gets traded to the Eagles. That's just going to break my fucking heart. I shouldn't even be speaking this type of energy in the air, but everybody acting scary to go make a trade. Cleveland's going to make it hard. They're not just going to accept that their only great player wants to leave. But I think they're going to trade him this offseason. Lord, don't let the Eagles get Myles Garrett. Football gods, please hear me out, bro. Don't let them have Myles Garrett, bro. Please don't let the Eagles have it because their cap situation ain't even bad. Like, you would think with the roster that they have, that they would look like the Saints salary cap situation. They can actually still maneuver and make moves, man. They can still maneuver. What do I think about getting Osa Odigizua from Dallas? He's solid. He's solid. He's someone Quinn knows, man. If you're not a primarily stout run defender on the inside, I'm cool. I could definitely see it. They're obviously drawing the line between Osa and Jordan Lewis, any former Cowboys, because Dan Quinn already knows those guys. But Sweat definitely benefits from Jalen Carter because Jalen Carter is an animal. Bro, the most mind-blowing shit about that game, because I don't even want to fucking talk about it. Fuck that game. But the most mind-blowing thing is Fangio don't even blitz. He don't even have to blitz, bro. They're getting home consistently with 4 down rushers. That must be nice. Sitting back in cover 4 and just sending your 4 down rushers, and they're making Mahomes' life hell. All I got to say is we got our ass whooped too, but our quarterback was having that ball moving during the competitive parts of the game. But it don't matter. They whooped both of our ass. They dogged both of us. Azeez Ojularius, definitely. Justin Tucker should have kept it tucked. Yeah, man. Browns GM said he doesn't care about honoring Garrett and trading him to whatever package is best to get a haul from. Yeah, I hear that. That sounds good at the time. They're hurt right now. They're at the denial phase of it, man. They're gonna do right by their guy. They're gonna do right and send him to wherever. But they're gonna trade him, though. They're gonna trade him. I want that life, bro. They put up a graphic at one point and was like Vic Fangio's pressure blitz rate is at 0.0%. I was like, oh my God, where they do that at? But let's get back on track. Let's reel this bitch back in. Washington players, stay or go, keep or walk. Zane Gonzalez, Mr. OCD himself. Zane Gonzalez, thoughts? That's a deuces for me. That's a piece for me. I need a young kicker. I need us to sign an undrafted free agent or to draft one in like the 7th round, and we need to live with all of his shortcomings and just develop him. We need a young kicker. Zane Gonzalez can get the fuck. He did good in the playoffs, though. I want to give him credit because he did good in the playoffs. Zane Gonzalez, you did good in the playoffs, my good sir. I need a young kicker. I need to never talk about kicker again. I don't want to ever have a season like this. What do we have, 7 kickers? I don't ever want to have a season like this ever again. I need a young kicker with a boot on him. Someone that can kick touchbacks and can boot shit past 55 yards. I need a young kicker, and we need to live with the growing pains of a young kicker, and we need to hope Jaden in the offense continues to not necessarily need the kicker all the time. Zane Gonzalez is a no for me. Jalen Holmes, liked what I saw from Jalen Holmes during his time here. There will be 1,000 other Jalen Holmes available in the offseason, pre-camp, post-camp, etc. And I imagine they add some bodies in the offseason. Jalen Holmes, I'm going to let him walk. What up, Tony? Appreciate you for the $20 super chat donation. Payne and Allen are not difference makers. And I agree. I think they were difference makers. I think they were paid to be difference makers. I don't think they're playing like difference makers. I don't think they set the tone like difference makers. So I agree with you, Tony. I'm right there with you, big dog. Right there with you, big dog. We're going to talk about Payne and Allen after we get through these last few names on this list. We're going to get to them. I promise you. Appreciate you, my guy, Tony. But I don't think Zane Gonzalez is a bad kicker. I just want a young hot shot kicker, and let's just grow with him. And hopefully we got our guy for the long term. Now that we're doing things right as an organization, we got a quarterback, we got a GM, we got good coaching staff. I think these guys could go find a young kicker. And like many great franchises, never look back. Never have to talk about kickers, long snappers, none of that bullshit ever again. Spicy Pepperoni. What up, man? The 30 teams in the league outside of Philly came that Cleveland cannot allow Myles Garrett to be added to that bus. It's already spooky out in Philadelphia, bro. Don't let them boys get Myles Garrett, man. Don't let them boys get Myles Garrett. It's really going to be scary hours for everybody, man. Oh, my God, man. We thought Ryan Anderson was the Bama fraud. Turns out they all were. Allen turned it up a little bit in the playoffs, man. Allen definitely made an impact in the postseason. Payne got hurt. Like I said, we're going to get to them. We're going to get to them, y'all. We're going to get to them. Jalen Holmes can walk, though. Easy answer for this one for me. Cornelius Lucas, swing tackle, left tackle extraordinaire. That's an easy bring back. Bring back. The way that offensive lines get shuffled around during the course of a regular season, you always need a dependable swing guard or swing tackle that could pop in like double dutch anytime he's called on. Cornelius Lucas always waiting in the wings. Cornelius Lucas is definitely a keep candidate for me. What do y'all think? Easy keep for Lucas. Shit, quiet as kept. Lucas the best fucking tackle on the team. We need to change that too, by the way. We need a dog in that room. But Lucas, dead ass, might be the best tackle on the roster, though. I know we don't want to say that, but I'm dead serious when I say that shit. That might be the case. I don't know, man. He might be the best tackle we got in this joint right now, man. So I'm bringing him back. No questions asked. I'm bringing Luke back in this thing. We need to protect the quarterback, and we need people to rely on. Yes, he do be getting injured a lot too when he has to play. That's why you don't want to have to rely on him to play too much, but you're coming back on my roster, Cornelius Lucas. I don't know about y'all. What y'all think? Luke. Y'all think we should bring back Luke? I think that's easy. Shit. Oh, my God. I hope y'all are staying away from all this sickness out here, man. In Northern Virginia, everybody got the flu right now. Everybody got the damn flu right now. My God. One kid gets sick. Everybody's sick. Your whole household is sick. It gets nasty. It gets super nasty. But, Cornelius Lucas, you're definitely coming back on my roster. Very good backup. Solid starter when called upon. You don't want to have to depend on it for too long, but he gets active, man. He gets active when he's called upon. Come on back, Cornelius Lucas. Next name on the list, Marcus Mariota. Yes. You cannot say enough about the cultural impact and leadership of our backup quarterback. That guy, Jaden loves him. He's like an extension of the coaching staff in the quarterback's ear every day. He's helped our quarterback become a professional in this league without a doubt. Easy, I'm bringing Marcus Mariota back in this thing. What y'all think? What y'all think? I think someone's going to take him, though. I'm not going to hold you. I think some desperate team looking for a bridge quarterback while they bring in one of these bum-ass quarterbacks from this weak-ass draft class, they're going to step in and they're going to say, you know what, Marcus, I think you could start a few games until we get this thing going. I think Marcus Mariota leaves, but I would like to keep him. I would like to keep him. That being said, I don't want to break the bank to keep a backup quarterback in the building, but I would like to keep my number two overall Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks together. Give Sam Hartman another year to cook behind Marcus Mariota. Let Sam Hartman be the emergency number 3 guy. Let Marcus continue to be the number 2. I want Marcus back. I want Mariota back in our building. I love the culture that we've put together here. This may be our last hoorah with Cliff, Brian Johnson, and a bunch of these offensive guys. Once this offense goes crazy for another year, dudes is going to get jobs. And I would like to run this whole show back together. Bring him back, man. Bring him back. I definitely think he's going to get a job somewhere. I think he's going to get a Jacoby Brissett opportunity. You know how they brought him in to go bullshit and kicks and giggles while their young pup was cooking up. He's going to go out there and get a month to start for somebody and some money. And I don't know if Marcus Mariota would want to pass that up. Even culture is beautiful here and all that, but dudes got families. Dudes are competitors. I don't know if he's going to necessarily turn that back. Tony, going crazy today. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm going to build the trenches and draft the running back. Please don't break the bank for Higgins. Thing is, I think Higgins is going to, I personally think Higgins is going to stay in Cincinnati. I'm not opposed to breaking the bank for a guy because we got money and I think we got good cap guys. We got smart decision makers up top. We're definitely drafting a running back. We're drafting a running back with one of them first 3 picks, I swear. That's coming. So you don't got to worry too much about that. I'm glad you said running back because we're about to transition to a running back when it comes to this conversation. Reunite him with Chip Kelly. I didn't even think about that. Mariota already played for Las Vegas and didn't do shit. This is true. What up? What's going on, man? Glad to be back, man. I had like negative voice over the last few days. Voice is coming back. We almost there. Head been throbbing. Flu B is a son of a bitch. Joint was whooping my ass like the Eagles whooped up on the Chiefs last night. But I hope Mariota stays for another 1 year. Another 1 year deal. I think we should get the wide receiver from the Titans, Westbrook Akine. We will talk about all the free agents. We're going to talk about that this week too. We're starting with what's on our roster right now. Jeremy McNichols, running back 3, Boise State. What y'all think? I'm going to say no, because I think we're drafting a starting caliber running back in the draft. And then you got Eckler and B-Rob on the roster as well. There's a room for 4th, but let's get faster, y'all. Let's get faster. I'm pretty sure Cliff knows a guy that's ran his offense before that we could pick up later to be an RB4. Chris Rodriguez could be an RB4. I don't think we need to bring back. I appreciate what he brought to us this year, though. I say that with all respect. Jeremy McNichols had a good season for us as a running back 3, running back 4. What did he get in the end zone 5 times this year? Good for Jeremy McNichols, man. Cliff Kingsbury got busy with what we had to offer on offense this year. There were times where all of our running backs, you get some. I'm going to let him walk, but I appreciate what he could do. man. I appreciate what he could do. I think we're good, though. Shout out to Jeremy McNichols, man. You balled out for us whenever you were called upon this year. Some running backs go undrafted. We can get one of them to be the 4. Oh, that's a fact, man. Shout out to Jeremy McNichols, man, because he did his thing in the little bit of time we have. But we need some juice in that room. And as far as backups, give me somebody with some juice to him, man. Shout out to him. Jeremy McNichols, I'm letting him walk. And I think the team's going to let him walk. A name that we do not need to discuss. I'm just going to say it real quick and we're going to move past it. KJ Osborne. Never heard of him. Don't know who he is. Never did anything here in DC. Moving on. Trent Scott. Trent Scott, offensive lineman, former Q-Dog, the recipient of Jaden Daniels' first ever touchdown pass in this league. Let's rewind it for a second. What did KJ Osborne do here? Why did we claim KJ? Yo, KJ Osborne must really be ass, bro. KJ, like, I remember I did that long ass stream saying don't get excited about KJ Osborne, and then we went out and claimed him right after I finished the stream. KJ Osborne couldn't get on the field in this receiver room. I would love to know if anybody's interested in running it back. I can't say running it back. He didn't play. He was a healthy scratch for 90% of the time he was here. Anybody forget that KJ Osborne was on this roster? What's a KJ Osborne? I don't know. I never heard of him. Trent Scott, though, depth on the O-line. You know why Trent Scott matters? Because Sam Cosmi may need some time. He may need some time. He tore his ACL in the divisional round of the playoff, and that's a big, girthy guy. That's a big guy. That's a lot of pressure you're putting on them that newly repaired ligament of your knee. And he's going to need some time to get right. That's why I would like Brandon Coleman as to slide in there at guard, and maybe Allegretti can hop over to the right side, or Trent Scott. I don't know. I'm bringing Trent Scott back. He's solid. He never gave me any problems in the little bit of time that he played. The Eagles just like that up front. They're just very like that up front. Austin Seibert, anybody? Kicker Austin Seibert. It started so well. 7 for 7, game winner versus the Giants. Austin Seibert, anybody? Austin Seibert. KJ picked the wrong number. He got the kiss of death when he got here. I'm good on both kickers, man. Austin Seibert and Zane Gonzalez. We appreciate you for your services, man. I appreciate both of you guys. I need a young kicker. I need a young buck, and we need to just live with everything that comes with a young buck and never talk about the kicker position again. He's still on the injury report with a bruised ego. He did look very mentally flustered in that Dallas game with the extra point and all that. Like, that man rushed back off the injury report to make sure Zane Gonzalez didn't take his job. And what Zane Gonzalez do? He kind of took his job, you know. I think they can both meet each other halfway, leaving the premises of Ortho Virginia Training Center at Commanders Park. Go get me a young kicker, man. Go get me a young kicker. He had a very good season. I'm cool, bro. Give me a young boy. Give me a young rookie-ass kicker, man. Tyler Bass is a free agent. Whoa. Michael Walker, linebacker, special teams guy. That's a pass for me too. I know they really like Michael Walker, and I mean he's a special teams guy. Those guys matter. They could bring him back. It wouldn't bother me none. It wouldn't cost us anything. There are 1,000 other Michael Walkers in the league, but I don't care about this one. It can go either way. Not going to affect me none. Who? Walker, who? He's one of those people that his name is Michael, but it's spelled stupid. Stupid Michael. But, you know, they can bring him back. They can let him go. It's not going to bother me none. You got to say pause after saying big girthy. Big girthy. That's about to be my new name for Sam Cosby going forward, man. You can get a Michael Walker you can get a Michael Walker as an undrafted free agent that's going to cost you pennies, you know? Special teams guy, though. Very good special teams player. Whatever we do, the main priority is the matchup with the Eagles. We need dogs. That is everybody's number one task going forward. How does your team stack up against the Eagles? Well, we saw it 3 times this year, and we saw what it looked like in the NFC Championship. Our quarterback was built for the moment. The roster that we put around him was not necessary. We didn't have the facilities for that, big man. We didn't have the facilities for that football team. We need to get better. Now we have the fun ones, the easy ones. Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz. Come on, man. Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, Tress Way. That's Tress Way. You are a Washington lifer. You have to retire here in DC. That's always going to happen. Bobby Wagner, give me one more year. Don't commit to more than a year. One more year, Bobby Wagner. As good as Bobby Wagner is, we need some young legs out there also at linebacker, because in the open field, Bobby not about that life no more. As good as he still is, we need his intelligence around. We need his tackles, but we definitely could use some youth in the room. It's easy re-signs for all these guys. Zach Ertz unwashed himself, unrinsed himself, and had a 650-yard, 8-touchdown season and became a goal line demon again. And Jaden Daniels loves them. There's a love fest going on. I need Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, and a young tight end that can actually catch the fucking football to be my tight end room. That third tight end added to the room needs to be strictly a pass-catching option, a vertical dynamic pass-catching option. Ben Sinnott, until proven otherwise, you need to just be John Bates. Hand in the dirt, pancake blocking, run pushing, and catch the ball when it's actually thrown to you. That's it. You need to be new John Bates. I hate it if we drafted John Bates in the second round, but until I see something else, Zach Ertz is the guy. New John Bates has been Sinnott. You need to add someone in that room that could be a pass catcher, a difference maker. You got to bring Zach Ertz back. It's a good tight end class, too. I like the tight end class. Go get me someone who could catch the fucking football out of this class, you know? yeah, Baker ran his ass off. Not them when they had that little thing, whoever was testing Jaden and making him guess the quarterback silhouettes, he got every silhouette right. Why they show Jaden the play of Bobby Wagner getting ran over? You know how Jaden got that big brother, little brother relationship. Even he was like, damn, man, why y'all got my man Bobby out here like this? They showed that man Jaden and Bobby getting ran over. I know Jaden gives them shit about that in the locker room. Oh, you talking about that boy Harold Fannin? Oh, he's a dog, man. I wouldn't mind Fitz. I wouldn't mind Fitz if he was a free agent. Isn't Fitz still under contract on his rookie year? I don't know if I'm trading picks for Pitts. I would be down for the experiment if he was a free agent. Pitt's not a free agent, is he? Is he? Is this all 5 years of his contract? No, I don't think so, right? Hold up. He was is his contract up? Was this year his 5th year option? He's not a free agent, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. He's not a free agent this year, right? Kelsey is completely washed. He needs to retire, propose, and knock up his superstar girlfriend and be a professional podcaster going forward. Respect to y'all in Philadelphia, you winning motherfuckers. You Super Bowl winning bastards. Y'all saw Super Bowl 8 years ago and saw another one last night and could have had 3 if y'all didn't lose that last one to the Chiefs. Man, can't say shit about them, man. They got it, bro. As a fan who didn't get to see the glory days of my favorite football team, what can I say to fans that watched 3 Super Bowls in the last 8 years and 2 of them being victorious? What can I say to that shit? What can I say to it, man? Keep Wagner, draft Jalen Walker from Georgia, dog, and get DJ Reed, a free agent. I think I like Ward better than DJ Reed. I like Charvarius Ward, my boy Mooney, more than him, man. Appreciate you again, Tony. Hey, Tony, you holding it down today, brother. You holding it down. You got the squad on your back today, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I mean, guys have been bust and turned out to be solid, man. Dante Fowler Jr. is a bust, and look at the season he had with us last year. You know, if you get him for the low, you can go ahead and see what you can get out of him. A new environment. He's still young as hell. Someone get Rio or Ricola. I know I need more cough drops, man. I'm just now getting my voice back. I sound like shit, I know. My voice is hella raspy. and it sounds like I'm a cough waiting to happen. I hate it, but we're pushing through. We're pushing through. I don't got a headache no more, so I said, "Fuck it, we can do this." He was decent, but not the guy he was supposed to be. Now he didn't turn out to be anything, but for the low, if he was a free agent, I would experiment. I'm doing anything to get Garrett because if the Eagles get him, all of our games will look like Pat Mahomes last night. Oh my God. Go ahead and let everybody who don't want to trade picks for Myles Garrett, go ahead, watch what happened to the Eagles get him. The glory days are upon us again. We're getting back to being a competent friend. Oh, we sure are. We already back to it. I'm a Halls over Ricola guy myself. Which Halls? I like the the white Jones, the yellow Jones. I don't like the red ones. The red ones taste like candy. I don't need my medication tasting like candy. I need that shit to taste like ass. It don't feel like it's doing nothing if it tastes decent. That shit needs to taste abysmal to feel like it's working on my system. Watch the Chiefs get Pitts and he fuck around and be a top tight end. I mean, they need something there, and Mahomes will do it. Sometimes a new environment is needed. Who would be your true surprise to be off the team? My surprise player that we don't keep? That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, the honey, the lemon and the honey Jones are the go-to. But my surprise to be not on the team this season, Diami. I feel like they're gonna sign Diami. I think it's definitely Diami. Lattimore gonna be here, guys. Lattimore gonna be here. It didn't look good this year, but he's gonna be here for sure. Being a competent franchise was fun this year, but now the only game we can win is the Super Bowl. Super Bowl or bust. Being second best in the Eagles' decade would be terrible. We got to build it up. We got the fucking quarterback. Our quarterback a bad motherfucker. We just got to get some stuff around him. And what's your thoughts on moving Deron Payne to defensive end? I'm cool on full-time defensive end. Nope. Situationally, it works, but he not no defensive end full-time. That's not his bag. I think in situations, in certain games, depending on what's going on, it could work. I don't like making a full-time position switch. We paid you $22.5 million to be a damn good defensive tackle. You need to start being that. And to round out our roster and pending free agents, Olamide Zaccheaus. Anyone? Olamide Zaccheaus. What do you think? OZ. Good old OZ. I don't think he's going to cost us anything. Y'all let them walk or y'all keeping him. They said Payne ain't even a defensive tackle at this point. OZ not going to cost us anything. Man, come on back, OZ. OZ solid. But I want OZ being a round out the room kind of guy. I don't want us having to depend. For the minimum? Hell yeah. For the minimum. Yeah, I mean, he not getting more than the minimum nowhere. Bring him back. I don't think they're going to keep Noah Brown forever. Just ask that. And buy OZ. OZ is a nice receiver on a 7-win team. OZ can come back and be wide receiver 6 for me. Wide receiver 5. Because until I see otherwise, wide receiver 6 is Luke McCaffrey. Luke and OZ can round out the room, but they don't need to be the top 4 receivers on the roster. It needs to be Terry and 2 starting quality players at the slot and on the outside boundary opposite him, and another fringe starting receiver as wide receiver 4. And Luke and OZ can round out the room. Go ahead, throw OZ as $5 and hey, you round out my receiver room, man. I ain't mad at him. Bring him back. It don't cost nothing. Man. Because it's the truth. People don't want to hear that shit. It's not over for Luke McCaffrey or Ben Sinnott. It's not over for them. They could turn out to be fine players. But we're not going to sit here and act like they did anything this year. Like Jaden and Cliff and Terry, Jaden was so good this year that as a fan base, we could turn a blind eye to the fact that we got nothing, nada, zilch from our second and third round, from one of our second and third round picks. You know, we had multiple in each round, but we got nothing from these guys, man. Nothing. Damn you, Rio. Now I'm in love and infatuated with Omarion Hampton. I blame you. That's my bro. I don't care that he's not a burner. He has more than enough speed to hit home runs because he did in college. That is the best all-around running back in this class, bro. Bro, that is an NFL running back. That's an NFL running back right there. Whoever gets Omarion Hampton, you're getting a 1,300 yard yearly back who could get you receiving yards. He could catch the ball. You could play him in a litany of ways. That is an NFL as running back. That looks like Joe Mixon coming out, but without the fight charge, without the domestic charge, and just a football playing ass guy. You look up running back in the dictionary, Omarion Hampton's one of the things you see. He's so fucking good, man. He is so damn good. But that is the roster, y'all. That is Washington's 28 impending unrestricted free agents, y'all. Let's go through it one more time. OZ, Tress Way, Bobby Wagner, Michael Walker, Benjamin St. Juice, Austin Seibert, Trent Scott, KJ Osborne, Jeremy McNichols, Marcus Mariota, Cornelius Lucas, Noah Igbenogany, Jalen Holmes, Zane Gonzalez, Dante Fowler Jr., Derek Forrest, Cleveland Farrell, Zach Ertz, Jeff Driscoll, Sheldon Day, Michael Davis, Jamison Crowder, Chin, Noah Brown, De'Ami Brown, Nick Bellore, Michael Dieter, and John Bates. Those are Washington's unrestricted free agents in this incoming 2025 offseason. I love that guy, man. I love Omarion Hampton. I'm not even going to hold you. What's going on, Sheen? How we doing today, family? I'm all right. We've been talking about all the players that Washington needs to keep, sign, let walk, stay, etc. We were having a family conversation. We're voting people off the island and shit. We just went through all of those guys. And there are some tough conversations this team needs to have, Adam Peters and company. But a lot of these guys aren't going to be back. And that is the reality because we need to build this thing up. I want to keep De'Ami. Tony, I would like to keep De'Ami. And I think it's only going to take $4.5 million a year, 2 years, 9, 2 years, 10, which is 5 a year. I think it's going to take something like that to get him, but I'd let him go test it. Omarion Hampton, one of his best skills is his vision. Absolutely fucking not. You didn't watch Omarion Hampton play in college. Omarion Hampton is a running back. If y'all think Omarion Hampton is like Brian Robinson, God bless you. If you think Brian Robinson and Omarion Hampton have similar playing styles, you don't watch college football. You do not watch college football. Because ain't no fucking way y'all see Brian Robinson when y'all see Omarion Hampton play. Y'all niggas be tweaking, bro. Eagles gave Rio the bird flu. That's what it felt like. I was disgusted watching that shit last night. Like, damn, man. No, because if that was the case, B-Rob would have got first round talk in the draft. Like, it was like surprising he took as high as he took him when we took him that year coming out. Don't compare Brian Robinson to Omarion Hampton, guys. What the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? Omarion Hampton is the best running back in any class that's not like a Ashton Genty at the time. I think Omarion Hampton's a better all-around running back than Ashton Genty, to be honest. Genty just has that home run ability. But y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging, bro. I don't think we're taking anybody in the first round, but Omarion Hampton, I wouldn't be mad at it at 29. It's basically a second-round pick. Hampton like that, bro. Yeah, Hampton, they're bugging. If you think Brian Robinson and Omarion Hampton have anything in common, you've never watched this nigga. You just put on a couple YouTube highlights and call it that. Omarion Hampton like that. Omarion Hampton's like that. So we talked about the guys on the roster to keep her stay. Let's talk about the Alabama wall. Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. We have the second worst run defense in the league, despite paying a lot of money to our defensive tackle. How does Washington rectify this situation? Does one guy need to go? I don't see both guys going, but is that an option? Or do you just say, fuck it, I need to get more out of these guys. They're both staying along. So what is your solution? Are you trading one? Are you trading both? Or are you keeping both on the roster? What are you doing with these guys? What are you doing with these guys, y'all? What are we doing with them? I would like us to get something for one of them. You know what I think? I would trade one of them. I'm trading one of them. What I think is going to happen, though, y'all are going to hate this. They're going to keep them both. Maybe someone restructures. I don't see it being a thing, but maybe someone touches up their contract, knock a little money off it. But I think they're bringing them back. I think they're going to bring them both back. That is to the chagrin of many of you in this chat right now. I think they're going to bring them back. What y'all think? Man? Yeah. Y'all don't watch this player play football, bro. Y'all don't watch this player. That boy don't play nothing like fucking Brian Robinson. That's a very lazy way to watch football, bro. That is a fucking great running back prospect coming out, man. I think they're keeping both of them, though. I think they're keeping both of these boys. It would be cool if we would acquire a player like Myles Garrett to have Allen and Payne next to him, but Allen and Payne, them names don't ring off like they used to. Remember when we could say, yo, we got Allen, we got Payne, we got Sweat, we got Chase. We went through 4 years of first-round defensive lineman picks to never dominate. We never dominated shit with these guys. It's names. Even to this day, people see the names Allen, they see the names Payne, and they think, oh shit, but watch this D-line is something vicious. But it ain't though. Those names don't ring off here. They ring off the people outside of here because they're still good in Madden. They're still good in Madden and shit like that. People hear Allen and Payne, yo, Washington, you got to do something with them boys up front. They don't dominate. They don't really move the needle, but the team loves these guys. The players love them. The coaches love them. And it ain't the fans running this situation here. And I think both of them going to be right the fuck back in DC. They both about to be right the hell back here in DC, man. Good times, man. My thing is, if you're not going to be elite run stoppers up front, then I got to expect y'all to be going crazy in the pass rush game. We're not getting anything. Yeah, like my boy just said, it's mid. And we're paying top freight for mid. You know? It ain't quite Temu or Sheen, but it's mid, you know? Instead of designer, we're paying for Fashion Nova. We're paying for Fashion Nova on the defensive line right now. We're paying top freight for it. We're paying designer prices for Fashion Nova. That's what we're getting on our defensive line. And that's not going to do it, man. That's not going to do it, man. That's not going to get her done in the long run, man. That's not going to do it. It's Etsy. It's Etsy. That's not going to get it done in the long term, man. A bit aggressive, but it's what we're getting. It's middle of the pack. There was times where they were up there. In contract years, they were up there, man. It's H&M. They're paying designer prices for Zara. They're paying Louis Vuitton rates for Zara. For Armani Exchange. That's what they're doing. And we need to not do that. I would love one of them to restructure their contract. No one's going to restructure their contract. I personally, as a selfish individual, if I was a professional athlete, don't ever, after someone decided to pay me, I understand the people currently there did not pay him. Don't ever walk me to the facilities and say, hey, big dog, we need you to take a pay cut. Fuck no. The fuck do I look like? I need to take a pay cut. Y'all better figure out that cap situation on your own. I don't know about you. I would never take a pay cut. Bro. Like, nah, son. Someone wrote me that money Y'all gonna value that shit or y'all gonna move on from me. But it's the giant supermarket brand Fruitios. Yeah, Max Crosby just is a Raiders lifer, bro. He's just a Raiders ass lifer, man. Cubic zirconia. Yeah, man, they're earrings bought from Claire's, but you're paying Tiffany's prices for them, and we can't have that. We can't have that. Zach Bond became the best inside linebacker in the league this year. I imagine Philly's going to get a deal to get that done. They're gonna get that done for sure, man. But me personally, I would not be opposed to moving one of these guys. Moving both of them sounds cool in theory, but then you have a huge disparity to have to make up from. DT all of a sudden becomes a high priority on your drafting list, even though we did draft Johnny Newton, and that's where the conversation goes from here. We know how we feel about those two guys. We got to get some more out of Johnny Newton. We got to get some more out of Jerzon Johnny Newton. You know, it's year one. Transitioning into this league, coming off an injury is not the easiest things to do. And I think Johnny Newton could be a demon in there. But I don't need Johnny Newton flashing less than Sheldon Day. And I saw a lot of Johnny Newton flashing less than Sheldon Day. You know, like I don't need that. I don't need that. Dick's Sporting Goods versus Nike. Yeah, it's too much dead cat. I don't think Payne's the one they would move, though. I don't think Payne's the one they would move. But honestly, I don't think they're moving either of them. What we need to get more from Johnny Newton in year two, because best player available makes sense for this team now. But you got to get something out of a guy you took with your first, second round pick in your first draft. Y'all drafted him to be an impact player. Y'all did not draft him to be all right. We need to see more out of Johnny in year two. You know, look at the Eagles. Some of their guys don't start coming on till later. So with the right coaching staff, which I think we have, and better upgrades at certain positions, guys come along. Eagles are just now starting to get the fruits of their labor from guys like Nolan Smith and Josh Sweat. Some guys come on later. We're currently picking 29th in the draft. Sheldon Day. That's a funny built individual, man, but he plays hard as hell. If Sheldon Day stay, he better change that. Honestly, that number suits him. Like that number looks like what he should be wearing out that joint. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, man. We got a lot of moves to make, and we know what we need to build up to beat. Y'all seen that Philly team last night. Y'all saw that Philly team that put 55 on our head tops. You know what it looks like. We got the quarterback. Check. We got the wide receiver. We got a couple other things. We got the front office and the coaching staff to do it, but we have our hands full this offseason. We got to get to it because we don't want to be one of those teams that gets a taste of daylight and you never see him again. This ain't the Jags team with Blake Bortles that made it with Jalen Ramsey and then everybody left and they were never good again. We're not that. We're not that. We got to build it, man. I think we got a transcendent piece at the quarterback position, and we got to go out and do it. Does that mean every name brand, fan recognizable player needs to be signed and traded for? No. But like the Philadelphia Eagles, we need to have calculated aggression, and we need to go after it if it makes sense for us. So let's sit back, let's kick our feet up, and let's watch Adam Peters and company grit their teeth and start to get active this offseason. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they built this shit up, man. I'm excited to see what moves are made and how we do this thing, because our schedule's a lot harder next year. Our schedule's a lot harder. The team actually has expectations, you know. We've graduated and we've skipped a lot of steps in the process. So we got to figure this thing out, man. Fuck it. Carl Davis breakout year. Oh, you letting go of both of them guys and you letting Johnny Newton and Carl Davis run it? Everybody gonna try to predict, but they don't know what he gonna do. He gonna do what he do regardless, man. I love that there are no real leaky faucets in the building. Our plans and our aspirations, they stay in house. So people can guess, oh, maybe we think Adam Peters is going to do this. We think Adam Peters is going to do that. They don't actually have a person that's filtering out and spreading these things to the masses like the old situation where everything, all of our intentions, our hand was shown before we were able to actually act upon it. It's a new day. And I'm ready to see how we built this thing. Offseason number 2 of the Adam Peters regime is coming up very soon. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. There will be content coming consistently going forward. The flu was beating my ass, but we getting back to it, man. Let Adam Peters and company cook. And once again, congratulations to the punk-ass Philadelphia Eagles. Beat the shit out the Chiefs last night. Super Bowl number 2 for that franchise. That's all I got for right now. Enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon. Should have a mock draft going up on the channel sometime this evening. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Until next time, Commander Rio, ow. Love y'all. Let's rock this off season out, baby.